Hi. Okay, so I want to show you a little bit about the trumpet today, and we are going to go ahead and use this video to go through all of the stuff that you will need to maintain your trumpet, okay? And I'll tell you a little bit about the different parts of the trumpet and all of that kind of stuff. So just so you know, during this time I'll tell you to pause the video so you can complete whatever you needed to do that I was showing you in the video, because most likely I will be able to do it a little faster than you will your first time, okay? Also, I want to apologize for if you hear any dog barking or anything like that. I'm doing this at my house in my backyard, and so there's a very good chance you'll hear my dogs barking or a lawnmower or something like that. Okay, the first thing you might notice about this is the fact that I actually have a silver trumpet instead of a gold one. Generally speaking, silver trumpets are for like upper level trumpet players. Like you can get an intermediate silver trumpet and you can get a professional line silver trumpet. Many of the student models are going to be that gold color or a mixture of different kinds of gold colors. I do play the trumpet. This is my primary instrument, and this one is my personal instrument. So before we start taking things apart, let's go over the different parts of the trumpet, okay? So down here, this is what we call the bell, all right? This is where the sound amplifies out. We put the mouthpiece in here, all right? So this is called the mouthpiece. When you do put it in your instrument, you don't need to put it in really hard. You just kind of set it in there and then do one little twist and then it will stay in, all right? One little note about the mouthpiece is once we put it in the instrument, we really don't want to touch it, all right? When you make this kind of noise, I know it's kind of fun to hear this, makes kind of a popping noise. That's not really very good for the horn, and oftentimes it gets the mouthpiece stuck in the horn, and we don't want to do that. So make sure you're not dropping it on the mouthpiece or hitting it with your hand. We just don't want the mouthpiece to get stuck in the instrument, like I said. All right, so mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is attached to what we call the lead pipe, all right? This is called the lead pipe. We also have, this is a pinky ring. We actually, even though it's created to make it look like we're gonna stick our pinky in the ring when we play, we're actually gonna set the pinky on top of the ring, all right? We'll get more into that later. This right here is the first valve slide. One thing that you'll notice about the first valve slide is that it is the largest slide that you have on the instrument. This main one you will actually use to tune the instrument itself. When you get your trumpet, it's probably going to be pushed all the way in like this. You can actually push it out, or pull it out, I guess, just a tiny bit, probably about like that much, and we'll talk more about tuning later. Now, attached to our tuning slide is our water key or our spit valve, all right? You can actually open this and some droplets might come out. Yep, did you see that? This is where the water, the condensation from our hot air comes through the lead pipe and then gathers here so we can empty it. It's not spit because you don't spit into the horn. It's a lot like what you would see like fogging up a window on a cold winter's day. All right, so that is the lead pipe and the first water key. This right here is called our third valve slide. This also should move in and out, and oftentimes student horns have another water key or spit valve right there, okay? You are probably going to have these little like turner things. You wanna make it so you can move you wanna turn them enough like out closer to this end so you can actually move your third valve slide, but you don't want it to fall off. All right, so if you need to pause the tape for a second to kind of do that, you're more than welcome to do that at this time. Okay, the other things that we have is our first valve slide. This one also moves. We don't use this one super frequently. And then our second valve slide. Believe it or not, this one actually does come out as well. All right, so now that we've kind of talked about all the different slides on our instrument, let's talk about the ones that we use, the things that we use most frequently, which are our valves right here, all right? Now we number the valves. According to your book, there'll be 3 circles when we're talking about fingerings. The circle that is, I believe it's closest to the left, is your first valve, which is going to be the one that's closest to your face when you have the instrument on your face. That is your first valve. All right, you push it down with your first finger. The second valve here is the middle one. That one is pushed down by your second finger, your middle finger. All right, and then finally we have our third valve, which is the one that's closest to the bell. That one is pushed down by your ring finger. Okay, so that's how those work. I'm going to start a new video because this one's getting kind of long, but go ahead and press down those valves and see how they feel.